It's off season, so it is tier and ranking season, just getting after it. So today we're up on Tier Maker again, putting all 32 NFL teams into tiers. So we have 6 categories: elite, playoff caliber, borderline playoff teams, on the come up, as well as meh, and also just tank, bro. I mean, just. So let's go through the tiers today. Also, comment section, let us know if you agree, disagree. I'm sure you will. Love you guys. So, just tank, bro. Jaguars. I fully understand. You pass up on the quarterback, and you're going to roll with Gardner Minshew, 70s porn stash for a season, see what happens. But this is a team, Doug Marrone, dead man walking, Dave Caldwell, dead man walking, just whatever. Just set the reboot. Just move the team to London, which is Shad Khan wants to do anyway. Duval deserves better, but Jaguars. Next up, the Detroit Lions. You are not going to win anything with Matt Patricia. You just straight up are not. On paper, this team is actually pretty talented. You got Jeff Okudah. You got some decent wide receivers. You added DeAndre Swift. Fully understand that respect, but you're just wasting whatever semblance of quality that you have in Matthew Stafford, and it's just not so good. Also, so we got the Patriots in there. Not because Bill Belichick isn't the greatest head coach of all time. He really is. But I feel like Belichick is actually leaning into this season. It's like, all right, so we don't have Tom Brady, and our roster, besides Stephon Gilmore, is not really that good. So we're just going to completely implode and tank and take a quarterback at the top of the first round and go from there. Jarrett Stidham is not the answer. Also, you might start the corpse of Brian Hoyer over Jarrett Stidham, which is completely pointless. Like, if Stidham is going to sink or swim, let him do that. You know what you have in Hoyer. Just, okay. So, also, I have the Jets on there. I do like the Jets. You could almost put them in the on the come-up bro scenario or tier, whatever, because I like Sam Darnold. Mekhi Becton is a huge gamble. I like Denzel Mims to a degree. So, they do have some pieces. I hope. If they hang on to Jamal Adams, that certainly ups their stock. But as of right now, Also have the Bears. So if you have 2 bad quarterbacks, you have 0 quarterbacks. You do. So they traded for the corpse of Nick Foles. Yes, 38-7. Foles, whatever. Also, they gave up a Mitchell Trubisky ponder, which is just hilarious to me. They're still recovering from not having draft picks from the Khalil Mack trade. Ryan Pace is honestly one of the worst general managers in NFL history. It's like, but he won GM of the year in 2018. Who cares? Yeah, he pulled off a great trade from Khalil Mack, who was phenomenal whenever he actually has his cardio going. But the rest of the draft picks are rough. Enjoy your 17 tight ends. How's that one working out? Also, so the Steelers, where I love Mike Tomlin. I love Minka. I love Juju Smith-Schuster. I love James Conner, but yeah, it's time for a rebuild in Pittsburgh. Big Ben, it's over. Like last year, missed time because of health. He's aged out. He's not even in the realm of Phillip Rivers of the 2004 quarterbacks that are still standing. So I think that the Steelers should just take Trey Lance or something. Next up in the meh category. All right, so we got the Rams. Yeah, Sean McVay, offensive genius, but you wasted that money on Todd Gurley. You got rid of Brandon Cooks. You still have Robert Woods. Respect. Jared Goff ain't it. That offensive line ain't getting any younger, as well as, you have Aaron Donald. You always have a shot. Same thing with Jalen Ramsey, but Giants, I understand that Gettleman has a lot of faith in Daniel Jones. I do like what they did on the offensive line with Andrew Thomas as well as Matt Part, but bro. Texans, Bill O'Brien, enough said. I mean, you traded the best wide receiver in football for a running back with a big contract who can't stay healthy and a couple of jabroni draft picks. No. Deshaun Watson deserves better. Also, so the Bengals are in the meh category, where you like Joe Burrow, you like Boyd, you like the corpse of A.J. Green, you like T. Higgins, as well as you like Jonah Williams returning in year 2, actually healthy. So they have pieces there. It's still Cincinnati, and they're still a ways away. I put the Packers in meh because the feud in between the octogenarian Rodgers and 12-year-old boy, it's going to come to a head. That defense is still pretty damn good. Like and respect Mike Pettin. Jar Alexander is one of the best cornerbacks in the league. Kenny Clark still doing the damn thing, as well as Zadarius Smith. But they didn't get Rodgers any weapons on offense. I think they'll struggle to put up points this year, so they're in the meh. Also, the Raiders, where, man, You wasted, you had 3 first-round picks 2 years ago, and you spent the number 4 overall pick on Clelin Ferrell. Josh Jacobs is a winner. Abrams is whatever, but you really do question what's going on with the Raiders. You had 2 first-rounders this year, and you spent one of them on a cornerback who's probably what you could have gotten in the 3rd round. Nah. At least Marcus Mariota will be taking over for Derek Carr at some point this season, rather sooner than later. Teams that are on the come up, so young, up-and-coming teams. I absolutely love and adore what the Dolphins are doing. I love Chris Greer. I adore Brian Flores. I think they're going to get after it. They got Tua at 5, which is phenomenal. Plus now they brought in a couple of great tackles to actually keep their quarterback upright. What a novel concept. They have a lot of young, strong, fast, amazing pieces on defense as well. And I think that they're an AFC East, a dark horse team. I truly believe it. I think the Bills are probably the favorite in the division right now, but the Dolphins will surprise a lot of people. They actually played some great football last year when they were supposedly tanking. Also, Chargers in there, like Anthony Lynn, like Justin Herbert as well long-term, like Ty God. But, they got Mike Williams, they got Keenan Allen, they got Austin Eckler, they got Hunter Henry, as well as that defense. I mean, you got Bosa. Bosa the elder. You're going to do all right. So I think that the Chargers, they're not going to overtake the Chiefs anytime soon, but they could be a young and feisty team with the quarterback of the future in Justin Herbert. So Washington, they decide not to give up on Haskins, which is smart, but they add Chase Young to an already very talented front 7, a lot of young, dynamic pieces up front. Plus, he had Antonio Gibson, who I really love coming out of Memphis. He's great. Plus, Terry McLaurin is one of the best young, up-and-coming wide receivers. So they do have some pieces. They do have some talent there. Like if Darius Geis can actually stay healthy, I actually think that they may have a little bit something going on there with Ron Rivera in year 1. Also, the Cardinals. The Cardinals are always the perennial team that was like, hey, they're close, they're coming. But Kyler Murray, year 2, if they can protect him, I think they did great things picking up Wills. Wait, no, they didn't pick up Wills. But Isaiah Simmons. Yeah, so defensively, they're going to be really interesting and intriguing. Feels like the 2020 draft was like 5 years ago. It does. But, of course, Cliff Kingsbury, run the oop-de-friggin' oop. Yeah. But you add Nuke Hopkins to an already pretty damn solid wide receiver core. You had Andy Isabella. You have Akeem Butler. You have Christian Kirk, especially, as well as Larry Fitzgerald still doing the damn thing. So maybe things will work out. Hopefully. Also, I got the Carolina Panthers on there. So any team with Christian McCaffrey is going to be a factor. Yeah. And then also, first year of new head coach Matt Rule is going to bring some energy and dynamic ability to that defensive side of the ball. Plus, they add Derek Brown. Plus, to a defense that already has Brian Burns. Plus, you add a ton of speed in the secondary there with Ashton Davis as well as Jeremy Chin. Plus, you got Teddy. Hey, Teddy. So, Joe Brady, who was the offensive mastermind of LSU last year, who turned Joe Burrow from also ran into the number 1 overall pick and the Heisman Trophy winner, he gets to work with Teddy. It's just great. It is great. Next up, borderline playoff teams. So you got the Titans, AFC title game participants last year. Respect. You got Tannehill back. You got Derrick Henry just pounding the rock over and over. I do love and respect Mike Vrabel. I like when teams know what they are and it's like, hey, we're going to play great defense. Or we're going to punch you in the face with Derrick Henry, and Ryan Tannehill will make a couple of key passes. There you go. Also, A.J. Brown is one of the other great young coming wide receivers in this league. The Browns, Stefanski, year 1. You got Baker, former number 1 overall pick. I still think Baker has the onions to be a great quarterback in this league. OBJ, Landry, and Njoku. You got Chubb. You got Hunt, as well as you got some very solid defensive pieces as well. Plus, you add Jedrick Wills to that mix. Let's go. All right, so next up, so the Eagles, borderline playoff. Depending if Carson Wentz can stay healthy. If you get healthy Wentz, you're always going to have a shot. But also, I don't think they drafted Jalen Hurts to be a Taysom Hill type player in the second round. I think that he's very much an insurance policy. Also, you got the Bills. We've done great things under Sean McDermott, as well as Leslie Frazier running that defense. Josh Allen, he's the super... He's a human Rorschach test. You sort of see what you want to see. You see the big arm, you see the athleticism, but also you see poor accuracy and poor decision-making. But other than that, he's really good. Yeah. And also, you're adding Stephon Diggs to that mix. I think he'll be a dynamic downfield threat for the biggest arm in the league. Super intriguing there. The Broncos, you could put Broncos in on the come up, but I like Vic Fangio. I think he's a great leader, as well as Drew Lock in year 2. Maybe he comes in fully healthy, but also all the weapons. I mean, take away what you did in the offensive line, which is great. Although if you try Garrett Bowles out there at left tackle yet again, you're going to be SOL. But you add Gordon at running back to Phillip Lindsay, as well as the wide receivers. You got Hamler, you have Judy, you have Cortland Sutton, and also you have Noah Fant, probably the most athletic tight end in the league. Damn, son. Boom. Falcons. So Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, and the Slappies try and ride it again. Sure, I mean, that defense still is studly and fast, but I do think that Dan Quinn and Dimitroff are in the hot seat this year. I think this could be it. And they're in probably the toughest division in football, the NFC South. Next up, playoff caliber. Ooh, Minnesota fighting Vikings. Run the piss out of the ball. A bunch of young pieces on that defense. Rebuild the Zimmer Hellfire defense, and let's get it going. Boom. San Francisco 49ers. I didn't put them as elite just because of Jimmy Garoppolo. I think Garoppolo will always hold them back from being elite. I do not think that he's a leader of men. I do not think that he's a quarterback that you could even win a Super Bowl with. So the fact that they have a great defense, even though they got rid of Buckner, add in Javon Kinlaw, that's a nice little trade-off. And also they're great at running the ball. It's almost like Kyle Shanahan stole Gary Kubiak's offense. So weird. Plus you have the best running back and tight end in football in George Kittle. Plus Brandon Ayuk with Debo. Come on, player. Also got the Saints in there. Yeah. Saints are whatever, but as long as you got Drew Brees, you're always going to have a shot. Shovel-face McGee, Sean Payton is whatever. But it is an intriguing gumbo that they got down in New Orleans because they still have Kamara. Still have Michael Thomas is going to get 200 targets, as well as you add in Emmanuel Sanders. You're going to be good to go. Oh, plus they got Cesar Ruiz and got rid of Warford. Yeah. All right, so the Colts, Frank Reich, respect him. Plus, I feel like Rivers does have more than he showed the last season in Los Angeles. It's so weird to call it Los Angeles Chargers, right? But I think Rivers will come in. He'll be rejuvenated, working with offensive mind Frank Reich. They have a nice group of running backs with Marlon Mack and Jonathan Taylor-Thomas and Naheem Hines, as well as you still have T.Y. Hilton doing some big things, plus a big-ass type target in Michael Pittman Jr. coming out of USC. Phillip Rivers likes big receivers, as well as throwing Darius Leonard on defense. Well, they do have Xavier Rhodes. And they'll be a force to contend with in the AFC South. Cowboys, it's not so much the Cowboys are good. It's just that the NFC East is bad. Yeah. So you got Dak. Maybe he'll get paid. Maybe he won't. You add CeeDee Lamb to an already very good wide receiver duo in Amari Cooper and Michael Gallup. You got the corpse of Jason Witten just dragging his ass around. You got Zeke. You got still have the best offensive line in football. You got Aldon Smith coming off of perma suspension, so that could be intriguing on the defense as well. As well as Seattle. As long as you got Russ, you're always going to be in the playoff mix. It will be the Niners and Seahawks going back and forth yet again until, I don't know, the Cardinals or the Rams actually do step up. Yeah, but with Seattle, with Pete Carroll, they'll always be a factor, even though their offensive line is still always terrible. Always terrible. Yeah. Lastly, the elite category. So 3 teams. Chiefs, obvious defending Super Bowl champions. They have the best quarterback probably in the last 25 years. Best young quarterback coming up. Where 3 years in, you already have a league MVP, a Super Bowl win, and Super Bowl MVP. Okay, we'll take that. Yeah, pay him $40 million a year. He's worth a lot more. So as long as you got Patrick Mahomes, you're always going to be an elite team. I feel like that defense is going to be opportunistic this year, plus just weapons upon weapons upon weapons on offense. Yeah, the Ravens, again, a team that accepts who they are and makes no apologies about it. I mean, they're probably going to run the ball 600 times again this year. By far the most in the league. Run the inverted veer with Lamar Jackson. He's phenomenal at it. And plus, they had J.K. Dobbins, who ran for 2,000 yards his final season at Ohio State. Add him to Mark Ingram and the Gus Bus. Plus, you have one of the best tight ends in the league in Mark Andrews. And also, Hollywood Brown stepping up again. James Prochet, Miles Boykin. Let's get it going. Let's get it going, Ravens. Woo! Also, you had Patrick Queen to an already great defense, and you keep Matt Judon on franchise tag. Shoot. Oh, and you have Marcus Peters and Calais Campbell. Okay, Baltimore's going to win the Super Bowl right now and not get knocked out in the division round by the Titans. Yeah. And lastly, the Bucs up there. Fully understand they're unproven, but there's just something about Bruce Arians, the corpse of Tom Brady, and just all those weapons on defense as well as on offense as well. I think that they have something special in a very tough, competitive NFC South. I think Brady with Keshawn Vaughn, with Gronk back again, with Cameron Brate and O.J. Howard and Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, who's the best wide receiver on the team, by the way, plus Tyler Johnson coming in as a third option is going to be great. Plus, Tristan Wirfs to that offensive line. And that defense is very underrated. They are very fast. They do get after. Love me some Levante David. I'm in on the Bucs. I really am. So that is it. Those are our tiers for the current NFL teams. Agree? Probably disagree, but let us know in the comments section. Love when you guys do that. If you want to support the work, subscribe, as well as dump a little bit in the Venmo. It's Friday. Get after it. You know what to do. But until next time, Skull, production value.